And that's the reason you're starting to see him get more minutes. He's going to start to have more success because he's on the same page with you as a head coach. And when you can do that, he's going to grow in his confidence, and I'm going to grow in my confidence in him, and he's going to start to play more and play better.
What are your first thoughts if you've jumped into tape on IUPUI yet?
I would say they're a team that has a really good inside attack, that they can have guys that can score inside. They have good guard play. You never look at anybody's record. You see a team that can go on the road and come this distance. Typically when teams go on the road, they come together. They could be coming out of finals as well too. So I see a team, again, that it isn't so much about them as it is about us and what we need to do. We need to get back to playing the kind of basketball we were playing prior to and on that Anaheim trip, because we've gotten away from that. And here's a good time to do it, I think, coming out of finals. I'm going to be more demanding this week, and I think the staff is as well. We need some practices underneath our belt, especially to close out this preseason.
When you look at Robo's line, only 10 shots, as efficient as he's been, do you want him in that kind of 15 to 20 range most games? And try to be more aggressive and take more shots?
I would love for him to be there. He has had two teams that have put a player on him and sat on him that limits his touches and limits his rhythm a little bit. And the way he's going to get more shots again is for us to do a better job defending and getting out and pushing the pace and getting up and down that floor like we did at Anaheim again, because it creates so many more scoring opportunities versus walking the ball down the floor and having a team sit on you and taking those opportunities away. But I would love to see him shoot the ball more, take more quality good shots, because he's a terrific shooter.
And you've kind of mixed around the starting five the last few games. It was Carter against Idaho and Q versus UTEP. Do you want to find a starting five that you can take in Pac-12 players, or is it going to depend on the opponent and matchups and who you think kind of fits against each team?
The reason with the last couple of games, I felt like Milan has been struggling a little bit, and we had an opportunity to give Q Carter some confidence and give him a look, give Q some confidence and give him a look. That's what the preseason is for. It's kind of figuring out and giving guys an opportunity to grow and play to get them ready for conference. We could settle onto a starting lineup once we get the conference play. But right now, I'm not there yet, but just because of the consistency. Viante Daniels has probably been the most consistent player. I think Drake is starting to show that type of consistency. But beyond those two, I think Robo on offense, but not on defense. I think Malachi needs to be more consistent in terms of point guard leadership. So as we develop this team, this young team, it may take us some time to say, here's a set lineup just because of our youth. It's going to go in and out with its mental, its toughness, its concentration, its focus. And as they go in and out, the lineup will go in and out as well, too.
And a non-basketball question. Mike Marlowe left for NAU today. What does he mean to this athletic department, and does it need to see him get that opportunity?
You know, when I came in at Oregon, there were 5 people on that staff underneath Bill Moose there. And I thought they were all young and did a terrific job and figured out the blueprint. One is now the athletic director at Alabama, Greg Burns. One is now the athletic director at Arizona, Dave Hinkie. One is the athletic director at Santa Clara, Renee Baumgartner. And one was the athletic director, I think still is at Fresno State, Jim Barco. And Mike, I thought, was just as good, if not better, than every one of the group. I'm happy for him to see him get that opportunity, and that's a tremendous tree for Bill Moose to have that quality of personnel that are in those key positions right now. So he'll do a wonderful job. It hurts because, again, he did such a tremendous job for our program, just in terms of his leadership, understanding what it takes to be successful at this level as a program, his support, his confidence, his friendship, all of those things are a factor. But I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for his family as well, too, to have this opportunity. He deserves it, and now he gets an opportunity to put his stamp on the program.
Of course, you're in the middle of the season, but have you been fairly involved in the search process for the new AD, and have you been in touch with Kirk Schultz regularly the last few months?
Not necessarily in terms of the search process. He's reached out after a couple of our games, but I know that at some point in time, when he has that group together, when he starts to narrow, he's assured me that myself and Coach Leet would be involved, and that's fine with me, because I'm busy coaching my team right now, and they're taking up enough of my time. I took time out going from El Paso to Charlotte to meet with the commission that the NCAA put together, that's headed by Condoleezza Rice, and they asked myself and Coach Self, were the only 2 coaches in the room, to come in and speak on the behalf of college coaches about what's going on in college basketball as they kind of reconfigure which direction they need to take college basketball in general. That was like preparing for another game, to step out of the room for that, step out of the program for that, and I'm happy to be back. So I've just gotten back in town. This team has been back for a few days right now, so it'll be good to get back with the guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.